Hello, my name is Simone Smith. Share your thoughts. Oh, these are the ones. Hey everyone, I'm here to talk to you about postpartum depression. According to Karen Graham's 2000 article from the Gazette, she states that there are different forms of postpartum depression, ranging from a more serious form such as psychosis to a less mild form called the baby blues. In fact, 10 to 12% of women are diagnosed with postpartum depression each year. And in recent studies, it shows that number has actually increased to almost 20%. Postpartum depression is very serious and can occur to anyone at any time. It lasts months, weeks, even years in more serious cases. So it's very important to know the signs and get help when needed. Before I go any further, I'd like to give you more background on this topic. According to the National Institute of Mental Health on Postpartum Depression Facts, they describe postpartum depression as a mood disorder that can affect women after childbirth. They experience extreme sadness, exhaustion, as well as anxiety. There has been no cause or link to postpartum depression. However, there has been studies that show it's a combination between physical as well as emotional factors. A woman cannot control this condition. There is a chemical change in her brain after childbirth from losing too much estrogen. Only a health provider can diagnose a woman with postpartum depression because of the many different forms there are. Because postpartum depression is so serious, it can happen to anyone, I'd like to share with you 3 facts about this topic. First, I will begin to share with you the different mental as well as physical aspects, as well as physical symptoms a mother may suffer with postpartum depression. Next, I'll move on and explain the different causes that may link a mother to postpartum depression. And finally, I'll share with you some get help programs and treatments to help a mother with postpartum depression. Okay, let's start by looking at my first point, which is the different emotional and physical symptoms of postpartum depression. In a 2017 article by Carrie Weber called Healing a Mother's Pain, she talks about a mother, how she begins her postpartum depression by feeling afraid when she was alone with her infant son. She had persistent feelings of anger, shame, guilt, irritability, not bonding with the child, as well as thoughts to herself as well as her baby. These are just some of the emotional symptoms a mother may experience while going through postpartum depression, and unfortunately, those are not the only ones. In addition, according to Christina Olivia Nash, 2015, in the relationship between sleep quality, physical activity, and postpartum mood, on page 12, it describes the physical symptoms include sleep disturbance, appetite disturbance, fatigue, indecisiveness, as well as suicide attempt. All these symptoms may vary, but these are the most common found in postpartum depression. Now, what I'm going to show you is a visual on a mother's brain. This is the physical activity of her going through postpartum depression. So if you take a look here, this is the depressed brain. As you can see, it's very dark. There's not a lot of colors like the not depressed one. That's because they lose blood flow. They have less oxygen use as well as low blood sugar. And now this slide, it basically shows the frontal cortex of a healthy and a depressed brain. As you can see, there's a lot of blood flow going through this brain, as well as there's none going through here. So that's why it really affects a mother. So next, I'm going to tell you the many different causes that may link a mother to postpartum depression. Let me begin by telling you that there is no certain link, cause, or factor to postpartum depression, but there has been studies that show that these may be linked. According to Kristen Narquist, 2017 in the Medical News Today shows that a previous history of mental illness, depression, or anxiety during pregnancy, complicated labor, as well as problems after birth are linked to postpartum depression. So it's important to pay attention to these signs as they are the first signs of leading up to postpartum depression. Not to mention the lack of support a woman may receive or feel. According to Rafael Caperos-Gonzalez' 2017 article on the Plus One, explains the effects that this has on a mother, meaning if they are a single parent, if they have low education or low income, those are definitely factors that can lead to postpartum depression. Unfortunately, there are still many other factors such as previous miscarriages or abortions or even physical violence during pregnancy. So a lot of these a mother cannot control, but it's important to let them know that they are not alone and that there's help available. So I'm going to share with you some Get Help programs and treatments to help a mother with postpartum depression. Let's take a look at Mayo Clinic's 2015 Postpartum Depression on Recovery Time. They say recovery time is the best way to heal postpartum depression, so it's not to be rushed. There's also different things such as psychotherapy, which is also known as talk therapy, or mental health counseling. They help you cope with your feelings, and they help you solve problems, set realistic goals, as well as respond in more positive ways. For more serious cases, the doctor may prescribe antidepressants. These antidepressants are safe to use, especially if you are a breastfeeding mother like I was. With the proper treatment, your postpartum depression can go away in as little as 6 months, but this process, as I said, it's not to be rushed, because in the end, the results are stunning and mother and the baby will be healthy. So today I shared with you important facts about postpartum depression. I told you the different mental and physical symptoms that a mother may go through, as well as some different causes that may link a mother to postpartum depression. And then finally, I shared with you some Get Help programs and treatments for a mother suffering postpartum depression. Hopefully today I gave you a better understanding of postpartum depression. If you or someone you love is experiencing these symptoms either during or after childbirth, please know you are not alone and help is available. If you would like more information, please visit postpartum.net to see help support groups, find some of these stories that other women have shared, as well as seek professional help. Now today I leave you with a quote from Jen Castell's 2013 story from Postpartum Progress. It says, "It's okay to not be okay. This does not mean you do not love your child. You are brave for reaching out and asking for help. If you are struggling, please know you are not alone." Thank you. Now wait, don't press stop. Okay, now show everybody slowly. Press stop.
He was on his phone.
Does it say along? Oh my god.